In a distant time, amidst the gentle whispers of the rivers, the people sat in solemnity, lost in their sorrow. Their hearts were heavy, and tears flowed freely as they remembered their beloved home, Zion. Psalm 137 beautifully captures this poignant moment, portraying a landscape where joy once thrived, now overshadowed by grief and longing. Here, by the rivers of Babylon, the very essence of their identity hung like the harps they could no longer play, a haunting silence where jubilant melodies once echoed. As they gazed upon the flowing waters, each ripple seemed to remind them of the freedom they had lost, filling the air with an ache that resonated deep within their souls. This scene, steeped in emotion, echoes the profound dislocation experienced during the Babylonian exile. It was more than a mere physical displacement, it marked a spiritual and cultural upheaval. To the exiles, Zion symbolized not only a geographical home, but also the intimate presence of God. The rivers stretched before them like a vast chasm, separating them from the comfort of their faith and community. Their longing was not just for their homeland, but for the divine connection they once experienced in the sacred city of Jerusalem, where worship and devotion flourished. Each passing moment by the river deepened this desire, reflecting not only their personal sorrow, but a collective crisis of faith. As they hung their harps upon the willows, a powerful symbolism emerged. What once served as instruments of joy and worship now displayed their abandonment. In this act, they echoed the sentiment from Job, where the harp's strings turned to mourning. The stillness of those instruments served as a physical manifestation of their spirit, a somber reminder of a joy turned to despair. In this reflective state, they recognized that their voices were silenced, the songs of praise drowned out by the weight of captivity. The harps, once vibrant and filled with the glory of worship, now wafted tragically above the still waters, unplayed and unheard, mirroring their own muted spirits in a land that felt foreign and unwelcoming. Amidst this deep sorrow, their captors, the Babylonians, added to the wound. Mocking them with requests for songs of joy, they feigned ignorance of the pain that enveloped the exiled people. This parallel to historical mockery evokes the pain of Jesus, whose own songs of salvation were mocked and cast aside. In their longing to sing the Lord's song in a foreign land, the exiles not only remembered their past but also clung to a future promise of restoration. Today, as we reflect on Psalm 137, we find ourselves resonating with the longing for home, faith, and the hope that one day the songs of joy will return, ushering a new era of praise in the heart of our own Babylon. The poignant question posed in verse 4, "How shall we sing the Lord's song in a foreign land?" and reverberates deeply, stirring the hearts of those who have ever felt displaced. It invites us to explore the essence of faith amid loss, raising a reflection that transcends time and culture. As we navigate our spiritual journey, this question resonates within us, challenging us to consider how we can maintain our worship and devotion even when faced with adversity and challenging surroundings. We live not only in ancient times but also in the constant reality of spiritual exile, struggling to express our faith in a world that often stands in stark contrast to our beliefs and values. The affirmation found in 1 Peter 2:11 encourages us to remember our status as sojourners, living in a land that is not our ultimate home. This reminder serves as a guiding light, urging us to resist the allure of worldly desires that seek to undermine our spiritual integrity. In moments of confusion and sorrow, when the noise of the world threatens to drown out our song, we can draw strength from recognizing that our true identity lies beyond the confines of this earthly existence. Embracing our role as pilgrims, we cultivate a heart that seeks connection with God, even amidst the trials of exile. As we look to the example set by Jesus in Gethsemane, we find a powerful testament to resilience. He understood isolation but chose to sing the Lord's song, embodying the strength of divine companionship. Through his life, we learn that despite the challenges that confront us, we have the capacity to bring God's kingdom into our surroundings. Jesus shows us how to rise above our circumstances, embracing the promise of restoration that the gospel offers, even when lament fills our hearts. The turning point in this narrative emerges from the understanding that while Psalm 137 illustrates the sorrow of exile, the scriptures unfold a story of redemption. Isaiah speaks of a future where the exiles return to Zion with joy, a prophetic vision that encapsulates the essence of our hope. Similarly, Revelation points us toward a destiny free from pain and death, where God wipes away every tear. This vivid imagery compels us to lift our voices in worship, choosing to sing amidst our struggles, anchored in the hope of what is yet to come. In conclusion, amidst confusion and grief, Psalm 137 encourages us to lean into our longing and trust in God's faithfulness. It reminds us that we are not alone in our sorrow. Our cries resonate with divine ears. Thus, we find resilience in our song, for it becomes a powerful declaration of faith, bridging the gap between our earthly experiences and the everlasting joy promised in Christ. We may feel like exiles, but God calls us home, renewing our hymn of hope each day.